Guys, does the front-facing camera on my iPhone 15 record in 4K? I have been trying for the last couple days to publish onto YouTube while still respecting the boundaries I have with technology by not feeling influenced that I have to buy a new camera, audio equipment, some sort of lighting setup. And turns out, after I realized, even though I'm giving up quality, the framing of these videos is way more important because you want to feel like you're having an engaging conversation with someone, and that doesn't have to be in a studio quality level video setup. Come to realize, I actually could have been from the very start promoting my anti-patriarch, anti-psychopath values while being in frame. I started a Twitch account on an impulse that was brought to me today while thinking about how to engage with the public. I have done a lot of intellectual labor coming up with a really concrete master's thesis proposal in philosophy to ask the question, what would it actually be like to be in Auschwitz? And a part of that work was informed by the fact that I do feel insecure studying philosophy because in Alberta, especially in Canada, which isn't an old country, if your work is within the liberal arts, you are absolutely shit on by the working public. They have absolutely no sense of culture. And philosophy is an excellent opportunity for them to absolutely rip into you. A few days ago, I had been assaulted and handed a failure to provide proof of payment and assault charge ticket at the Southgate Transit System station. And they spoke down to me for my political ideology. They started saying that because I had long hair, I was a liberal, and that I live in my mom's basement. They told me how they get paid more than I do, which is like a consequence of having a union. I can't fucking believe it. Maybe like the working class shouldn't be anti-union if it's an opportunity to make fun of politically different people. Politically and it occurred to me, like, I'll give you what my master's thesis proposal is. And then I'll speak on the few, sorry, this is a Playdate device, and then I'll speak on all this stuff is in frame now. This is so freaking crazy. I'll speak to higher, more complex ideas than just strictly the ones I was able to point to in the work. So on the gates to Auschwitz, it had read, "Work will set you free." In a anti-democratic province like Alberta, work is used as a tool against socialism. The idea that violating yourself for others and tolerating it is a badge of honor that psychopaths and the stupid and the homeless wear to prevent productive conversation on socialism and anarchism. And this negatively affected me because at all costs I had to confront the reality of what it meant to live in a labor camp. As a Polish person, I did take the incident of the Holocaust very personally. Whether or not I am offended that the Jews are still crying about it when Palestine has been leveled is besides the point. Jewish intellectualism has destroyed academia. I'm pissed off about that because in the liberal arts, like, we love to manufacture theory in hopes that it, like 3 decades from now, ends up within the mainstream. And identity politics has established a psychopathic psychopathic victimhood pipeline for any agenda. Literally anything can be made into a issue worth putting your life down for. There's no more democracy. It's literally the internet as a child having a temper tantrum, killing off people. I forgot where I was even going with that. Okay, so the idea has to do with gender, not primarily, but so I'm kind of working backwards to explain exactly what my work is. The patriarchy literally represents a gender concept. The fact that the patriarchy is built on the thoughts of insecure men who use misogyny to build an entire country is psychopathic. And I knew that in general, gender as a technology was a very useful idea to entertain, because when we do have technology, it's all anthropomorphized. That's the wrong term. It's all made to work on the human form. Medical advancement is in the context of human medical advancement. It's not, we would not tout a new brain surgery as civilized changing for a dog, but we do for humans. And with that in mind, it was really easy for me to put on a pedestal the idea that sexually oppressed men play a key role in the way that I speak about the patriarchy. In the military and police and in private sector work, grooming is important one way or another, and that's expressed in different ways. In the military and police specifically, regulation stipulates that hair has to be within code of conduct and requires a constant proactive approach to grooming. That was an excellent idea, an excellent opportunity for me to violate psychopaths on intellectual grounds. I'm willing to do things that other academics are not. I have an idea for a shala, and a shala, like the shala, the idea, what a shala is, if I'm not mistaken, it's Hindi, but it might not be. What it is a Ashtanga studio, so an Ashtanga yoga studio that has essentially engaged with enough spiritual labor, it has actually elevated itself into a higher psychic realm, able to cleanse you of your cosmic karma through the Ashtanga practice. And as an Ashtangi myself, my legal career only goes to serve my commitment to my morals in the way that I practice my ethics. And starting a hair salon / Ashtanga studio and actually just calling that a shala was a important first step to the work that I was trying to pull off. And so at this hair salon, mind you, is actually a private legal research lab engaging in labor law, educating the public about workers' rights. There's a sticker on the front that says no cops are allowed. And so this is meant to develop the political will, the political consciousness of the working public, because hair salons as a business can be all around the world. And that was a really important connection that I made. I want to socialize Canada's tar sands, oil and gas industry, socialize our medical healthcare system to its logical conclusion, get money out of the legal system, get money out of politics. I'm not specifically interested in that. It's just a potential at the end of all of this. And I realized, there's no way to engage with psychopaths. If they actually want you murdered, executed, they're going to do it. The only thing you can do is talk about them. And so what if the discussion about socializing Canada's tar sands was happening outside of the prairies, across Canada, across North America, across all of the Northern Hemisphere, across all of the Southern Hemisphere? And so having a hair salon affords me the ability to have an international presence speaking to this one issue. The very specific aspect of the project that has to do with promoting a new vision of workers' rights is based in the fact that the hairstylists are also the Ashtanga teachers. And a part of the experience of being employed in this organization is having one of these devices, a proprietary one of our own, but similar to this, that has open source, open license scheduling software on it. And a part of the scheduling as an employee of this company is that you are expected, you have the privilege to practice yoga, practice Ashtanga once a day, either in the morning or the evening, such that you have your finances taken care of, you have a community supporting you, you have the public's awareness of the work that you're doing, and you have the literal strategy put in place for you to climb the ranks of your yoga practice. And in Ashtanga, we have multiple series. And so you go from first to second to third, all the way up to sixth. And so if I actually pulled off figuring out a way to create creating work-life balance, which was the primary question involved in asking, what kind of work can set you free? Like, I don't think the Jews were being set free when they were being gassed, but actually doing labor in the form of being a hairdresser, such that a part of the organization is allowing you to experience the process which could lead you to actual spiritual enlightenment, Your work has set you